The Three Spinners. Long ago, in a peaceful kingdom surrounded by green fields and forests, there lived a young woman with a problem. She disliked spinning more than anything else in the world. While other girls spent their days working beside their spinning wheels, she always found a reason to avoid it. Sometimes she watched the clouds, sometimes she listened to birds, sometimes she simply sat and dreamed. The young woman's mother worked hard every day. Their family was poor. They depended on spinning flax to earn money. Each morning, she asked her daughter to help, and each morning the answer was the same: no. One afternoon, the mother lost her patience. She pointed toward the spinning wheel. "You must learn to work," she said. The young woman crossed her arms. "I don't want to spin." The argument grew louder and louder. At that very moment, a royal carriage passed through the village. Inside sat the queen. As she traveled along the road, she heard the shouting. Curious, she ordered the carriage to stop. The queen knocked on the door. The embarrassed mother quickly opened it. She did not want to admit the truth, so she told a different story. "My daughter loves spinning so much," she said. "She wants to spin all day, but we cannot afford enough flax." The queen smiled. The queen admired hardworking people. "If that is true," she said, "your daughter must come to the palace. There is more flax there than she could ever wish for." The mother's face turned pale. The daughter's face turned even paler. The next morning, the young woman climbed into the royal carriage. As the village disappeared behind her, she felt fear growing inside her. What would happen when the queen discovered the truth? The palace was larger than anything she had ever imagined. Golden towers reached toward the sky. Servants hurried through grand halls. Everything seemed enormous. Everything seemed intimidating. The queen led her to the top of a tall tower. The young woman entered the room. Then she froze. Her mouth fell open. Bundles of flax filled the room. They covered the floor. They lined the walls. They rose almost to the ceiling. The young woman had never seen so much flax in her life. The queen smiled proudly. "Spin all of this into thread. If you succeed, you will marry my son." The young woman could hardly breathe. When the queen left, silence filled the room. The young woman stared at the mountain of flax. Even the best spinner in the kingdom could not finish such a task in 3 days. She knew she was doomed. The first day passed. She touched the spinning wheel, then stopped. She did not know where to begin. The pile remained untouched. The second day was worse. The young woman walked around the room. She counted the bundles. She looked out the window. She imagined running away, but there was nowhere to go. On the morning of the third day, tears rolled down her face. She buried her head in her hands. For the first time, she truly felt hopeless. Then she heard something. A voice. Soft, gentle, coming from behind the flax. "Why are you crying?" A strange old woman stepped forward. Her foot was unusually large. The young woman had never seen anything like it. Then another woman appeared. Her lower lip hung down almost to her chin. The young woman stared in amazement. Finally, a third woman emerged. Her thumb was enormous, almost as large as an egg. The young woman could hardly believe her eyes. The 3 women listened carefully to her story. Then they exchanged knowing smiles. "We can help you." The young woman's eyes widened. "There is only one condition," said the first spinner. "You must invite us to your wedding, and you must never be ashamed of us." The young woman agreed immediately. "I promise." The 3 women nodded. Then they sat beside the spinning wheel. The spinning wheels started turning, faster and faster. Thread appeared as if by magic. The young woman watched in astonishment. As they worked, the women sang an old spinning song. Their voices echoed through the tower. The loom seemed filled with strange magic. Hour after hour, the flax disappeared. The pile grew smaller. The baskets of thread grew larger. The impossible task was becoming possible. As dawn approached, the final strand was spun. The room was transformed. Not a single bundle of flax remained. The queen opened the door. She expected progress. Instead, she found perfection. Every bundle had become thread. For a moment, the queen said nothing. Then a smile spread across her face. She was amazed. That same day, the queen introduced her son. The prince was kind, polite, and surprisingly humble. The prince congratulated her, but he did not speak about work or spinning. Instead, he spoke about happiness. The young woman liked him immediately. As wedding preparations began, she remembered her promise. There was something she needed to do. She asked the prince for permission. There are 3 women I wish to invite. They are very important to me. The prince agreed. The palace glittered with celebration. Guests arrived from across the kingdom. Music filled the halls. Then the 3 old women entered. The guests stared. Whispers spread across the room. The prince approached the first spinner. "How did your foot become so large?" he asked. The second spinner smiled. The prince asked about her enormous lip. Then he asked about the third woman's giant thumb. The answer surprised everyone. Each woman explained years and years of spinning had changed their bodies. Their work had left permanent marks. The wedding hall fell silent. The prince looked at his bride, then at the spinning wheel displayed in the hall. Finally, he stood and declared, "My wife will never spin again." The spinning wheels were removed. The celebration continued, and the young woman never touched a spinning wheel again. Some say luck changed her life. Others say kindness did. But perhaps the true lesson is this: sometimes help arrives from the most unexpected places, and we should never judge someone by their appearance. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Every person has a story, and every story carries a lesson. If you enjoyed this tale and would like to discover more traditional stories while improving your English, we would love to see you again. Subscribe to Simply Stories English. And until our next story, keep learning, keep listening, and keep your curiosity alive.